Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today. So the video that you guys are about to watch, I filmed it a couple weeks ago and I've been editing it and I realized in typical amateur YouTube fashion that I lost a bunch of my intro footage. Don't know where it went. Probably accidentally deleted it. So this video is basically going to be me kind of reacting to the Storygraph, which is a book cataloging website slash app, and a lot of people have been migrating from Goodreads, which we all know is Amazon owned, and people are moving to the Storygraph, or people are kind of using both. And there hasn't really been a Goodreads alternative as far as I know. Like how long has Goodreads been around? Probably at least like 2005, 2006. She still looks like she was made in 2005, 2006. But anyways, yeah, I was just curious to check out the Storygraph. I had already made an account before, but I hadn't really been using it. But now that I'm seeing more people talking about it, I was really curious to kind of just do a deep dive into what the Storygraph has to offer, what's cracking over there. I feel like Goodreads has always been low-hanging fruit in both the book community but also the design community, so I was excited to check out this new Goodreads alternative. Spoiler alert, I really liked it. I thought there's a lot of really interesting features, and just the overall design of it, you can definitely tell was made by people that really know and love books and also know and love the book community. Anyways, that is all. I hope you enjoy this video. It was very impromptu, very random, but I thought it would be fun to check out the site together. On with the video. Let's talk about Storygraph. So I made a Storygraph a while ago, probably like a year ago now, and then I genuinely forgot about it until everyone started talking about it again. I think more people are moving to it now, so I am probably going to make the switch over, but I'm just gonna refresh my memory about how Storygraph works. It does have a Goodreads library import feature that you can do when you first make your account. I think I'm gonna have to re-import my library, which might cause some issues. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to take a look at Storygraph and to see what all the fuss is about. So I think the Storygraph is definitely still in beta, but immediately the homepage is a lot less overwhelming. I kind of like the idea of the homepage not immediately being a social media feed. I think that's kind of cool. So the first thing that you actually see here is recommendations, which is kind of nice. You don't have any recommendations generated at the moment. Find a new book for you based on your preferences right now. Okay, explore. So I think they have limited amount of recommendations that you can get on the free plan. Okay, so what are you in the mood for? Ooh, I like that. I'm in the mood for, oh, that's new. Okay, let's say I'm in the mood for adventures, challenging, emotional, funny, hopeful, informative, inspiring, lighthearted, mysterious, reflective, relaxing, sad, tense. I'm always in the mood for adventurous, I think. Show books with any of the selected moods. Okay, so I can do more than one. I'm also gonna say tense, hopeful, and reflective. Pace. That's a good question, actually. Obviously, I love a fast-paced book. Can I click both? Ooh, yeah. Okay, we'll do medium and fast. We'll do fiction. I'll say include any, am I in the mood for a contemporary? I'm kind of not in the mood for a contemporary right now. Always in the mood for fantasy. Historical's good. Always the gaze. Literary, definitely. And let's do science fiction. Pages, we'll do 300 to 500. Don't show me books in my to read pile or books that I own. Let's search. Okay, here we are. Way to the Stars. Ooh, okay. So these are books that I genuinely haven't seen before. Oh, I love that. Oh, there's so many. Okay, very cool. Very cool. What's interesting about this kind of recommendations feature is that obviously the onus is a little bit more on the reader to like specify what they want rather than just having like an automatically generated sort of list for you. But I think a lot of readers wouldn't mind taking like a tiny little quiz to get recommendations that are a little bit more tailored and to find recommendations that also aren't just books that are like on the bestseller list. So I do love that. Okay, so they also have reading challenges. Oh, another thing that I really loved about the homepage was that, again, instead of showing you a feed, they actually show you recommendations and your TBR, which I think is like actually such a great design decision because it immediately reminds you of the books that you've already said that you wanted to read and haven't read yet, which I think is really cool. And the other thing is like every time you refresh the page, it cycles through and shows you like different books. Like it's not just the same books. So you're like constantly being reminded of books that you've added to your TBR and maybe have forgotten about. Okay, so you can also do a reading challenge. I personally don't do the yearly reading challenges anymore. I found that I didn't really like to count the amount of books that I read in the year, but I know that that is a feature that a lot of people like, so kind of glad that they have that as well. Okay, they have a community tab. So one thing that I'm immediately liking about in terms of their like information blocks, whether that's a status update or whether that's like a book information block. So I like that they have title, author, but then they also have these tags here: fiction, LGBTQIA+, science fiction, young adult, and then it has like the mood of the book. So adventurous, hope, emotional, hopeful, medium paced. And then the amount of pages, and then when it was published. So there's a lot less of a focus on like the starred rating of the book, which is really cool, I feel like, because I don't rate books personally. So as someone who like doesn't really use ratings, I think that's also a really good design decision. Read, currently reading, did not finish. Browse editions. That's kind of cool. Let's click into one of the books. Ooh, they have content warnings. Community reviews. So I do like how, in general, it feels like there's a lot less like information being thrown at you all at once. I do like that aspect of the design. This thing is a little bit weird because it's just like they have this like long column of info here, but then they have like nothing beside it. It's just like a blank space. Oh, so yeah, reviews are actually like hidden here. And then they have the rating actually at the end. That's like really cool. I really like that. I know that that's maybe something that not everyone would appreciate as much. Some people like really care about ratings and like they want to see the reviews like right away. I kind of like that they're not like front and center. Yeah, this is really cool. Okay. Oh, so it also tells you if it's plot or character driven. Strong character development. I don't know how I feel about that stat because that's like a really subjective. Lovable characters. Again, that's like really subjective. Flaws of characters, a main focus. Okay, that is really interesting. I think it would be interesting if as a user you could like dictate like which types of things that you want to show. So like if I don't care about whether a book is plot or character driven, maybe I don't want to be shown that. But yeah, in general, I feel like iffy about those stats because I don't know if like, I guess it's not really harming anyone to keep them in, but also like, yeah, I just feel like that's totally subjective. So I don't really know. It's also it's a very like Western thing to want to know if a book is plot or character driven. Not that that's a bad thing, but like in general, I just find that, for example, in Western literature, we really value things like plot and character and like having a lot of things happening and stuff like that. Whereas in, for example, like Eastern literature, I feel like it's a lot less focused on like big plot events. In general though, I really like what I'm seeing and I'm like getting really into this. I will have my Storygraph account linked in the description box, so you guys can definitely follow or add me or whatever. I'll figure out how it works. In general, I feel like it's really straightforward. It's really easy to use. You can definitely tell that it's still in beta, but I'm kind of sold. Like, I'm kind of into it. If you are using Storygraph and have any thoughts on it, let me know, because I'm still gonna be like trying to figure it out and like learn it, I guess. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. I know this video was like kind of different, I guess, from my other videos, but I had a lot of fun. I hope it was fun to talk about design. I will have all of my links down in the description box if you want to follow me on Twitter, if you want to follow my new Storygraph once I figure it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.